welcome to the Hudson County Show. Pat O'Melia here, you concerned Hudson County resident. Yes, you are. I can see it in your eyes. You're concerned. And we're doing this live. We're live on Comcast 190 in Jersey City. We're live on livestream.com. Download the app. You can watch me. You can watch a lot of other programming. We archive all our shows on livestream.com. My own coffee. Make it here in the studio myself. We're live on HMG TV shows. That's Hudson Media TV shows. We're live on Facebook right now. We're live on YouTube right now. We're live on Apple TV, Google Chromecast, Roku. We're live, baby. Live all over. Now, if you need to get in touch with me, you ever watch PTI? It's on ESPN. It's probably their top show. I'm getting like Tony Kornheiser. You know, right during the show, he keeps drinking out of his coffee mug. I'm doing the same thing. Same thing. Now, if you need to get in touch with me, go to HMG TV shows. Go to the contact section. We are very good with county issues. You got a problem with the county, senior issues, life health department issues, life health and human service issues, that sort of thing. Municipally, you got a problem in Bayonne, we can talk to Jimmy Davis. Got a problem in North Bergen? There are no problems in North Bergen, but if there is, we could talk to Nicholas Sacco. Same thing in Utopia over there, Union City, with the deity, Brian Stack. If there's an issue, we can help you. West New York with Roe K. God's Acre over there, Weehawken with King Richard Turner there. We can help you there. So if you got an issue in Guttenberg, we got to get the Guttenberg, I think, there's like 10 people that live there. New mayor, Zit, we got to get him in. He was in here. I forget whose show. We produced like 16 different shows in here between the two studios, one here and one at Seaside Heights. I think he may have been on the North Hudson show. I forget, but we met the guy, young guy. He's now the new mayor there. But if you have a consumer issue, we're very good at that. The power of the camera and the power of these TV shows, and also we work with a lot of law enforcement, we can get things done. Now, there was a situation in West New York. A prominent roofing company took the deposit, took the money for the roof repairs. They put the product on a guy's roof, and like months went by, and they weren't doing it. And he was at City Hall. He had issues there. They couldn't help. Guy ran into me. That roof was in action in about a week. So we're very good at that. So if you need our help, we're here to help. Now, today's show, we got a lot of post-election. We got a new governor coming in, Phil Murphy. Mayor Fulop in Jersey City, landslide election. Somebody predicted it would be that. Brian Stack and Nick Sacco did their normal landslides on their own. I think, I got the percentages there. Sacco was like 80-some-odd%, and Brian Stack was high 80s. We got a lot of post-election stuff. Some of the crying in the beer kind of thing. We got eminent domain threats in Hoboken. We got reval information in Jersey City. We got a lot going on. But we're going to break the commercial. I'm Pat O'Melia. You're watching the Hudson County Show. We'll be right back. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights, your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments. Carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants. All major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712. We're back. You're watching the Hudson County Show. Pat O'Melia here, of course. You're a concerned Hudson County resident. That's why you watch the show. But we really concentrate on the boulevard municipalities in Hudson County. Yeah, there is a Kearney. There is a Secaucus. There is an East Newark, which Guttenberg, I think, is bigger than East Newark. But you get these little towns. But we kind of concentrate on the boulevard municipalities, JFK Boulevard. Now, like I said before, there's a lot of post-election stuff. Jersey City resident, Jersey City show on Tuesdays at noontime, Hudson County show Thursday. So we did a lot of Jersey City. We did the debates. We had 5 of the 6 ward debates. We would have done Ward F, but the situation in the studio here is we have 4 podiums. Our video switcher can accommodate 5 cameras, so all we could handle is 4 candidates, and there were 6. So we can't get everybody involved. And if you looked at the governor's debates during the primaries, there were a lot more than the 2 candidates. Even the general election during their debates, there were a lot more than Gardano and Murphy, but the networks only took those 2. They didn't take, there were like 5 other candidates for governor. You didn't see them there. Well, the Ward F candidates decided all for one or one for all, so they didn't want to debate unless they can all be involved. Well, they couldn't be all involved. But now I want to ask you people in Ward F, how did that work out for you? How did it work out knocking out the incumbent? Not too good now, did it? Because the incumbent just walked all over you. No runoff, won outright. So for the people who are like, whoa, I can't believe we can't be involved. Who was that guy, Master Soup? Yeah, how'd that work out for you? What'd you get, like 80 votes? Fulop, Mayor Fulop had a huge win. I mean, huge. He's somewhere around 78%. I think it's like 77.83%. That is record-setting for the re-election of a mayor in Jersey City. I think, now, prior to Election Day, you're talking to Mayor Fulop, and, everybody's discussing what's going to happen the election day. Everybody's got their takes on it. One individual had told Mayor Fulop that he would win by 72%, with 72% of the vote. And Mayor Fulop said, no mayor's ever been reelected with more than 60% of the vote. The mayor was told, you are going to set records. You're going to do it 72%. Somebody made a prediction like that. Well, if somebody was me, I was texting with Mayor Fulop, and he was like, no, 60% is the record. I told him he would blow by that record in this campaign. And it wasn't, listen, it wasn't like his opponent. It wasn't like, some of the other elections where we had some interesting people running for mayor, real fringe candidates without tickets. I don't want to make any names. Sometimes, you can't see the forest because of the trees. Remember the pine guy, Malik? We had some interesting fringe people there. Bill Matsakutis was a reliable, credible candidate. Just Fulop bulldozed him. I mean, it was an incredible victory. And, congratulations to Mayor Fulop. This guy's never been in a runoff. I don't think he was ever in a runoff when he was a councilman in Ward E. Never been a runoff for mayor. Record setting. All Fulop's at-large candidates, Rolando, Joyce Waterman, and Danny Rivera, they won. And oddly enough, Rolando was which I guess there's still some, mail-in and absentee ballots to count. But Rolando, the council president, apparently is the top vote getter, which is like super surprising because of the 3 at-large candidates. The one that the prognosticators, the political insiders, us, these people who do politics all the time, thought would be the easiest one to pick off. We didn't think you can get Danny, we didn't think you can get Joyce. We thought it was Rolando. Well, Rolando turns out to be the top vote getter. So, visions of mayorship is dancing in Rolando's head. I don't think I would have those visions. Those are bad visions. Don't think about that. We have runoffs in 4 of the wards, Ward A, Ward B, Ward C, and Ward E, which isn't surprising. Again, Fulop bulldozed the competition, 78% of the vote. But when he won election against the incumbent Mayor Jeremiah Healy 4.5 years ago, won outright, no runoff. The only ward he took with him then was Ward E, Candace Osborne, and that was his home ward. He was a councilman for Ward E for 2 terms. The rest, either he lost or were in runoffs. And what had happened, a lot of the candidates, when Mayor Healy was defeated, there was the campaign money. So there was no money for a lot of the runoff candidates who were on the Healy ticket, so a lot of them just bowed out. Remember Charlie Epps was in the runoff. Everybody bowed out. I don't know if that's going to happen now. There are some candidates that can be spoken to about, just dropping out. Looking at you, Conte, in Ward B, in Ward A rather. Ward B, you got Chris Gadsden, who went up with against Mira Ore and got spanked there. He was very close to losing. There is a runoff, but it's going to be very difficult, the runoffs. Let me continue on here. Ward C, Richie Borgiano, who I thought would avoid a runoff, is in one with John Hanachek. Richie is going to, turn it up full speed, leave nothing on the table. He's good, and he deserves to be the councilman for Ward C. In Ward E, Mayor Phillips, former ward, you have a runoff there with Rebecca Sines and James Solomon. There's a difference of around 400 votes or so. Again, there's some absentees and mail-ins to be counted. Runoffs are very difficult. Nobody's going to change their vote from the general election to the runoff unless you did something. There's something scandalous that you did. In a few weeks, nobody's going to say, don't like that guy. I voted for him before. I want to vote for the other guy now or the other gal now. That's not going to happen. So it gets very difficult if you're way behind in the runoff. If you just made it in, Chris Gadsden has that issue. It is a long uphill battle for Chris Gadsden. Richie Borgiano, I'm pretty sure he's going to be successful. Solomon in Ward E, he's got to figure out how we can get those other votes that went to Grillo and Hudnut. He's got to figure out how we can tap into them. We would like to have the one-on-one forums here where we'll bring in the runoff candidates and we'll go, I'll moderate it. Maybe we do the podium deal, maybe we just do chairs. You can really get into the campaign issues and the platforms and the mindset when there's only two people. And you have just the two people running. Even if we had two people like we did in B, there was still another candidate lurking around, but she couldn't make it that time. So we're going to bring you that in Jersey City, and of course you can watch it in Hudson County. But we're out of segment time here. You're watching the Hudson County Show. We'll be right back.
Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
The Jersey City Medical Center. You know it for its award-winning life-saving ambulance service. It's also your health hub, with health and wellness locations staffed with certified professionals all through Hudson County. The Jersey City Medical Center, here to help you with your healthy, here when you need us the most. The Jersey City Medical Center. Visit us on the net to learn more. Jersey City Medical Center, Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health Facility. Let's be healthy together. I'm back. You're back. Pat O'Melia here, Hudson County Show. We're doing it live. Don't forget, take a moment, download the livestream.com app. It's free. You can watch the show on your smartphone. You can watch it on your tablet, your computer, your smart TV. Anywhere you got internet access, I'm available. So there's a lot of other things besides me on there. There's a lot of programming. New Jersey Lottery's there. There's a lot of things going on. Murphy is the governor-elect, Phil Murphy. No shock to anyone, and that was kind of a bulldozing there, too. Now, Kim Gardano, very intelligent woman, very accomplished woman. In any other political atmosphere or environment, she would have been a true contender. There was no way in hell she was going to come out of from under the shadow of Chris Christie. And it's amazing when you look at Chris Christie. It would be amazing to see how the historians look at the 8 years of Chris Christie. He was riding high before that bridge gate. And Bridgegate literally took this guy down. He was making strides. You know, I kind of agreed a lot with Chris Christie. I know, you know, like there's a few Democrats looking at me saying, whoa. It will be interesting to see how history paints him. But the Bridgegate, the George Washington Bridge thing, destroyed this guy's career. You know, where he goes from here, you know, he'll always be successful. But, you know, they were talking, if he ran for president after his first 4 years as governor, he would have won. But the Bridgegate took him down, and to this day, I don't think he was involved in it. But he brought those political hacks with him who orchestrated what happened on the GW Bridge and took him down. You know, the buck then, who was that? Truman had the thing. The buck stops here. The buck stopped here with him. Now, Phil Murphy, Goldman Sachs guy. There's a lot of comparisons to Phil Murphy and John Corzine. Remember Corzine? Yeah, you remember Corzine. Corzine gave you 8 years of Chris Christie. Thank you, John Corzine. Phil Murphy needs to avoid Corzine-itis, or he will be a 4-year, and that's that one and done. Let's put it that way. There's a lot of similarities. The thing with Phil Murphy, right off the bat, that distinguishes him from Corzine is personality. John Corzine had one of the worst personalities you could possibly ever run across. That pillar over here, had more personality than John Corzine. I know during the campaign, you played the part of being a progressive and the promises, campaign promises. Now the reality is going to set in. I think they get sworn in January 20th, something like that. The sure way to suffer Corzine-itis is to raise taxes. New Jersey is already banged up with taxes as it is. We're number one. Raising taxes, no matter what the programs, you're going to say, listen, I'm going to raise your taxes because I'm going to bring this program. Nobody wants to hear that. They want to see you lower taxes, not raise them. And I know there was commercials that he would raise the taxes, that sort of thing. If he does that, he's going to be afflicted with Corzine-itis. He needs to be creative. There is a huge pension budget. I mean, billions of dollars. You know, it depends on who you listen to. But the number is escalating constantly. He's got to be creative on how he handles that. I don't know what the answer is. He's a lot smarter than me and far more successful in life than I am. Guy didn't become rich being stupid. So he's going to have to figure out how to deal with that without you having to deal with it, you being the residents of New Jersey. Yeah, you don't want to hear anything about anybody digging into your pocket anymore. Property taxes. He's got to figure a way to bring that down. If you eliminate Christie's 2% caps, things are going to go out of hand here. And, you know, there really isn't a check and balance. So, yeah, we're at the mercy of a Democratic Trenton. You know, it's the governor, the Senate, the Assembly, all Democrats. So whatever they need to get done, they can get done now. And you might as well move on it before the next cycle for Assembly seats. Because if you're not, you're gonna march in the GOP. Property taxes have to come down. How do you do that? Where you still got the pension deficit, whatever you want to call it, deficit, debt, it's huge. I don't know. Again, Phil Murphy has that financial background behind him. I would certainly push what Chris here, we bring the CC in, shared services. We should have shared services as much as possible. But one of the problems we have, there are 531 municipalities in New Jersey. There are 531 power lords there, mayors. And nobody wants to give up home turf, home rule. And that's where things become interesting. But when you're looking at, you know, we got state police, we got county police, we got local police, we got sheriff's departments. You know, we got a lot. There's a lot of things you can combine, especially when you're in the smaller towns, boroughs, that sort of thing. You can combine services. The more you can cut down the expenses statewide. Now, again, when all these little towns are all in a pension plan, the more you can combine those services, the more you bring down the operating cost. I would certainly look into that. I'm certain Phil Murphy is. That's one of the things I want to talk to Mayor Fulop about. One of the things in the run-ups I'm going to bring up to the candidates when we do these forums. You know, we got the county of Hudson, we got the city of Jersey City. You know, there's a lot of duplication between the county of Hudson and the city of Jersey City with departments and services. Those are things we should look at. Free college, you know, there was a lot of things talked about, you know, during the campaign. Free community college, subsidizing the working poor. Yeah, I don't know how you pay for that. Again, you don't want to pay for that. You're already the highest tax state in New Jersey. So these are the issues that Governor Murphy's going to have to work. He's got to try to get the house in order. How he goes about that, I don't know. One of the things I criticized Chris Christie about is what we did with New Jersey Lottery. We privatized that. You know, that was our ATM machine. You know, their deal, I think, is for 10 years. I would try to get out of that deal. And, you know, again, that's our ATM. I know we took the money and we plugged the budget hole. That's the worst way to administer anything, is plugging budget holes. One of the reasons you got towns like North Bergen, New Jersey, with Mayor Sacco, why they never have to do the budget gap, you know, the budget gimmick sort of things, is Mayor Sacco, like Mayor Stack in Union City and Turner in West New York, they don't kick a problem down the road because they're going to be down the road. Stack, Sacco, Turner, they will be the mayors of their municipalities for as long as they wish. They're beloved. Anybody who wants to run at those guys, knock yourself out, you're just going to lose. Murphy's got to stay away from causeinitis that can really explode into Florio. And you remember Governor Florio? Marched in 8 years of Christie Whitman. He has to be careful. That causeinitis could become fatal. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Hudson County Show. I'll be right back.
Introducing the MyJCMC app, powered by Practice Unite. The free MyJCMC app puts the power of healthcare at your fingertips. Go to the concierge for access to referrals, scheduling, and appointments, see emergency room wait times, and get directions to Jersey City Medical Center health locations. Read the latest JCMC news through their social media feed, find a doctor, and more. The MyJCMC app. We belong to you.
It takes more than a state-of-the-art medical facility to make a great hospital. It takes a team of dedicated medical professionals. That's the Jersey City Medical Center, Hudson County's #1 hospital. Medical teams consisting of New Jersey's top doctors, Magnet Award-winning nurses, and accomplished hospital associates, all committed to your good health. That's what you have at the Jersey City Medical Center. Make Hudson County's #1 hospital your first choice. Visit us on the web at barnabashealth.org.
We're back. You're watching the Jersey City Show, Election Day. But let's get away from the politics for a moment, do a little high school sports. From the Hudson Reporter, my buddy Jim Haig. James, there he is. You look cold.
How are you, Pat?
You look a
What's
little
that?
chilly there.
I'll loosen it up here. Is that better?
There you go. Now you look casual. Did you vote yet today?
I always want to look casual. Yeah.
Did you vote?
Did I vote? Not yet. No, I didn't get out. I will.
Make sure you get out and vote.
I'm a Hague. We vote early and often.
Well, that's right. Yes, I forgot about that. Frank Hague. Is there any relation to Frank Hague?
There is a lineage of some sort. Yes. It's far removed, but there is a lineage.
It's like a 10th cousin or something like that, huh?
No, I think he's my father's great uncle is what it comes out to. So.
Let's get to the high school sports. You have a kid who is a quarterback from Weehawken who is your athlete of the week.
That's correct. That was last week. That was Jimmy Lopez of Weehawken. He had a great game for a team that had lost 5 in a row. And unfortunately, they couldn't keep that going last week, and they lost Friday night. So that was they took a very tough loss to Lodi over the weekend. But the story of the weekend, I think, in my eyes, is the McNair Academic Girls Cross Country team, which had no experienced people coming back, 0. And yet they managed on Saturday to win the NJSIAA State Sectional Group 1 Championship at Greystone Park in Morris Plains, led by Jaslyn Diaz, who finished first overall in the race in a little bit over 20 minutes. and then Claire Chapeau was second in the race. So McNair ran 1-2 in the race en route to the team championship. It's the fifth ever team championship for McNair Academic, but more importantly, to do this with a team with no experienced runners at all. I mean, the Diaz girl that won the championship, the individual winner, was a soccer player and a softball player, and decided to run cross country for the very first time this year, and she ends up winning a state sectional championship. It's pretty remarkable, and it's a credit to Matt Hogan and his program. They've done a great job for many, many years. But this one, of the 5 state championships that they've won over the years, this one's got to be the most impressive because of the lack of experience that these girls had.
When you say McNair, I don't think athletics. I think of brainy kids, like the creme de la creme of our smartest kids in Hudson County. My daughter is a graduate from McNair.
Well, that's true that they are in that respect because they are the top ones. They have to test to get into McNair. They only take 250 students. So it is a very select school, and they take kids from all over Jersey City. But they've done well, especially with their cross-country and track and field programs over the years. A while back, they had a girl by the name of Leslie Njuku who broke all kinds of records at McNair Academic, and she ended up getting a scholarship to go to Georgia Tech, and she was the Hudson Reporter Female Athlete of the Year that year. So they've had some great athletes, and their top boy runner, Fahid Nasir, he not only did he win the county championship 2 weeks ago, but he won the state sectional championship in the boys race on Saturday. So McNair had both the boy champion and the girl champion from North to Group 1. Quite an accomplishment.
Congratulations to McNair. Is the principal still Rogenstein there?
That I don't know. The athletic director is a great man by the name of Hugh Dwyer, who does a phenomenal job of getting all his teams together, and he deserves a lot of the credit for the athletic program and what they do, how well they do.
I'm always talking about getting scholarships for the high school athletes and the high school kids in general. I think like every kid in McNair gets a scholarship when they graduate. It's a tremendously successful high school.
Well, they do have one right now, a 100% placement into college, which is an incredible accomplishment for the high school, that they send all of the graduates on to college. That's a remarkable achievement.
What happened with Don Bosco and St. Peter's?
Well, St. Peter's Prep won the game 28-14. Ayira Asante, who will be the Hudson Reporter Athlete of the Week this week, he had 6 catches for a little under 100 yards and 2 touchdowns in what has turned out to be his coming out party. And he had an incredible catch earlier in the season against DePaul. And for him to cut, this is the first time ever that St. Peter's Prep ever won up in Ramsey. They never won before. They were 0-5 prior, and they went up to Ramsey and beat them 28-14. And now they got to turn around and play them Saturday afternoon in the state playoffs at 12 noon down at Caven Point this time. But they went all the way up to Ramsey and came away victorious. And thanks to the exploits of receiver Ayira Asante, who is only a junior, and he's only going to get better. And the quarterback is Masai Maynor, and he's only a junior, and he's going to get better. So this is a team that's come a long way this year. And in speaking to Coach Hansen last night, he's talked about the fact that they have a chance this year to beat every of the top parochial schools in northern New Jersey. And if that happens, which will include a win over Bergen Catholic in the state finals at Giant Stadium, but if that happens, that's a great accomplishment for this team, considering I don't think anybody thought that they were going to make it this far. But they've done very, very well, and especially defeating Don Bosco for the first time on Friday night.
Well, even though the season's not done for them now, they have to be excited thinking going into next season with these kids getting that much more experience, that more used to the system, and basically used to winning.
Well, the only bad thing about it is that they do have a very senior-dominated offensive line, and there's a lot of seniors that are on the team, including 4 Division I players the Adamololo twins who are going to Notre Dame, Shane Simon who's going to Notre Dame, and Zamir Mickens who's going to Rutgers. So they got 4 seniors on the team that are going to graduate. So they're going to lose a lot, but like at least they're going to have a good base to start with, having Nasai Maynor and Ayira Asante.
Well, in the world of football now, you need a quarterback and wide receivers, and it looks like St. Peter's has that coming into next season.
Without question. Now they got to just work on developing running backs, which that's been their one bugaboo this year, is that they really haven't had a go-to running back like they've had in the past. So that's the one thing they're going to have to develop, not only for the rest of this year, but going into next year.
All right, we got 20 seconds left. What do you got? What else you want to add?
All right, just to let you know that 6 Hudson County teams made the state playoffs, and that includes St. Peter's Prep. Hudson Catholic, it's a home game. They play Immaculata. Bayonne is going to be on the road. Hoboken, which even though they lost 6 in a row, they're made the state playoffs, and they get to go play Weequahic in the first round. And then the game of the weekend is going to be Union City against North Bergen in the first round of the North 1 Group 5 Friday night in Union City.
You'll bring us up to date on that next week?
Without question.
Thank you, Jim. Jim Haig is the reporter for the Hudson Reporter. Pick up his paper. It's all over Hudson County. You see them everywhere. And you can also see him on YouTube. We'll put that on the screen later on. If you miss it here, go to YouTube and Twitter. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Jersey City Show. We'll be right back.
Meineke Car Care, conveniently located at 700 Tunnelly Avenue, Jersey City, half a mile north of County Road. Meineke bumper-to-bumper car care. Brakes, exhaust, oil change, wheel alignments, batteries, CV joints, and so much more. First-rate service at a price you can afford. All major cards accepted. Apply for a Meineke card. Meineke, Jersey City. Stop by and let Sammy check your brakes for free.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers the quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. NewportNJ.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just 1 path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to NewportNJ.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. NewportNJ.com. Newport, live like you want.
We're back. You're watching the Hudson County Show. Pat O'Melia here, and we're doing it live. And you're a concerned Hudson County resident, and you're live. We're all live. Everybody's live. And we're live on live stream. We're live on Comcast 190. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Roku. We're live on Apple TV, Google Chromecast. We're a lot of life here. Simple as that. All right, going back to our post-election stuff, and Mike Wolpe. Brian Stack, I think Brian was the highest percentage of votes at 88%. That is pretty damn impressive when you could take 88% of the vote. Now, we had a Republican challenger, some young lady named Hamburger, which I predicted Tuesday on Election Day, and that Stack would make chop meat out of. Now, but you got to question Brian. Brian only knows one way of campaigning. That is all out. Like I said Tuesday, I think I mentioned this. Brian campaigns like he is the lowest in the polls. And he just goes that way. But in reality, with his many 20-some-odd years of service, I've known Brian, I guess, 20-some-odd years when he was a freeholder. He's been involved with politics in Union City since he was like 14 years old. Going back to Musto and Walters, you know, they were his mentors. In the primary, Brian, again, you know, cleaned house. He was like 80-some-odd% there. And he brought out a lot of the vote for Murphy. The primary probably cost Brian, or reportedly cost Brian, around $400,000. Again, he didn't need to spend that kind of money. Brian Stack was going to win hands down. But he got the vote out also for Phil Murphy. And you want to be on good terms with the governor when you're a town without a waterfront and there's always budget issues with Brian Stack. I'll give Brian Stack credit. He knows how to stretch a dollar. You know when you're in, now, again, Jersey City guy. I know when I leave Jersey City and I enter Union City, depending on what one of the roads I'm on Palisade Avenue or I'm on Nelson Avenue going to Grand, I know without seeing a sign saying welcome to Union City or North Bergen when I'm there. The curbs are painted, the streets are clean, there's potholes are very limited. You know, I don't think there are a pothole in North Bergen, and actually Union City is right there. The streets are absolutely clean. You know, we don't have that in Jersey City. We should. You know, everything, you know, people are going to say, well, you know, North Bergen is so much smaller and Union City is so much smaller, but everything's relative. You know, North Bergen and Union City have smaller budgets and smaller manpower, but, you know, per dollar square mile, I guess things are the same. You know, we got a new guy at DPW in Jersey City, Pat Stramato, and there's some talk he might be going back to the ACIA. He needs to get to that point with the DPWs. John Shore over here in North Bergen. I forget who Union City. It was probably Brian Stack in Union City. I wouldn't be surprised he isn't out there with a broom. But Brian, when it comes to his campaigns, he puts himself in debt. I will conservatively say in the general primary, where he had a Republican opponent, which is basically no opponent in Hudson County, he probably spent another $400,000. So between the primary and the general election, Brian is probably in the hole for about $800,000, which means he's got to do a lot of fundraising. So you'll be seeing a lot of those Brian Stack fundraisers coming up. But the reason with Brian, you got to ask why. Now, we all know Brian is going to win, and it's hands down. He has earned that through his many, many years of public service. He is beloved in Union City. I get a kick out of when I'm in Union City or I'm in any kind of an area where I'll ask people, I say, where you from, and I'll get an honest opinion of their mayor. When you're asking about Mayor Stack or Mayor Sacco, oh, it's beloved. You know, it's amazing. There's negativity is like a rarity. You know, I guarantee you right now, Brian is busy looking for the 4,781 people that voted for the hamburger woman. He's probably tracking them down, especially the ones in Union City. This was the 33rd district, so there are some votes that are outside of Union City. But any of the ones that were cast in Union City, he's going to come to your door and say, why don't you like me? Why don't you love me? But Brian is going to try to correct anything. Anybody who has a problem with Brian Stack, he's going to try to correct it. But to spend that kind of money when there's no shot of you losing, in all reality, he has to know this. You know, that's what they say with Brian Stack. He takes a bazooka to a mouse. Yeah, instead of putting a glue trap out, Brian takes a bazooka. Sacco won with 81% of the vote. Pretty damn good. Now, he probably did it a lot cheaper than Brian Stack, but again, he's in that situation where he's beloved. They love him. I know there's, I forget the guy's name right now, who's a thorn in his side, but it's a very small thorn. You know, he ran against Sacco for mayor, got crushed 2-1. You know, the guy, as long as Nick Sacco is breathing, he will be the mayor of North Bergen for as long as he wants. He has earned that. You know, like I said, you know, North Bergen, a little utopia over here, and my studio's in North Bergen. My buddy Stick Romano ran for mayor in Hoboken and finished 4th, a son of Hoboken. I believe he was the only indigenous person in the race from Hoboken. I could be wrong, but I think everybody was a transplant. Rave, DeFusco, Giantano. Stick finished 4th with 2,760 votes as it stands now. He was also on the ballot for Freeholder, where he received 10,239 votes. He was the second largest Freeholder vote getter behind Tilo Rivas in Union City, by a couple of hundred votes behind Tilo. Did that hurt Stick Romano running on 2 ballots, you know, running for 2 positions? I believe it did. I believe people who, because again, Stick is beloved in Hoboken. There is not a person that has a negative thing to say about Stick Romano. I think they went in there, and it was a very difficult ballot. Stick was all the way at the bottom, too. You had to find him. They went in and said, well, I love Stick. Let me vote for Stick for Freeholder. And, you know, Robbie's okay, and DeFusco's, they split his own vote. Did it make sense for him to do that? No. But he didn't create that situation. He didn't create the double ballot, you know, the double office holding. That was done by Zimmer when they took the election out of May and put it into November. And you're going to see more and more of this, where people are going to be on the ballot for two different positions because of moving it and the way our terms end. You know, Jersey City, I hope I get to it. I'm going to do a piece on how we lost our local flavor. Hoboken lost that local flavor. They even lost it more when they did away with runoffs. We still have them in Jersey City. Now, had Stick gone in, all in, and run for mayor, I believe Stick would have won that. You know, obviously, if he got 10,000 votes for Freeholder and 27 for mayor, you know, the guy is beloved there. But I think that's what happened. People seen his name there on the left and didn't really want to look for him, or they split it up in their own minds. Saying, I'm going to vote for Stick here and Giantano here at the first goal. I think that's what happened. Hopefully something that doesn't happen again to Stick, and he does run for another office in Hoboken. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Hudson County Show. We'll be right back.
Pana Pinto Properties, Jersey City. Shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces that address your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment. Adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panapintoproperties.com. Pana Pinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
Plaza Auto Body, 700 Tunley Avenue in Jersey City. Your local collision specialist. Body and fender repair. On-site oven-baked paintwork. Fiberglass repair experts. Custom and classic car restoration. All insurance is welcome. 24-hour towing available. Licensed by the state of New Jersey. Plaza Auto Body, 700 Tunley Avenue, 201-222-3050. Plaza Auto Body, your bumper-to-bumper buddy.
We're back. You're watching the Hudson County Show. Hello, Hudson County. We're doing this live. All right, let's do, so what's going on in Hudson County today? What can we find out, Greg? Greg and Mike are working the mixer today. Let's see what's going on. I may need to change my glasses. Let me put the other glasses on here, my cheap glasses. I see, it looks like Jersey City in there. It looks like some sort of a background. What we got here? You're going to make that, what is this one? This the Michael Romano thing? This is recruitment for what? Yeah, this is some recruitment drive. I can't see it. It's a little small on my screen. Can we go a little more full screen on there so I can read it a little bit? I'm working on it? All right. These guys are doing the research as we're doing this. We're trying to get the information to you people as soon as possible. And this is where, in Hoboken? Where is this from, guys? What municipality? This from Hudson County? Where are they running this? I can't read it. All right, put the next one on. We need you. This is the Michael Romano Memorial Blood Drive. This is in Bayonne, isn't it? All right, this is Bayonne. It's a blood drive. Nothing else has to be said. They're trying to replenish the blood stock in Bayonne. You see the information here. November. If you can, please go donate your blood. We're at Christmas tree lighting here. Boy, we really need to get these fonts a little bigger here or print these things out for me. That's going to be in, is that Bayonne? Yep, that's Bayonne. Christmas tree lighting. You got, which one? Christmas tree lighting is the next one? Yeah, this font is very small. I can't read these things. But this is something new we're trying here. Christmas tree lighting in Bayonne. I don't see the print up there. We have no flyer. What's the date on it? So I just got Christmas tree lighting, guys. That's all it says. 21st. The 21st of November, Christmas tree lighting in Bayonne. What place is it? Where is it in Bayonne, guys? Work with me. All right, the hell with it. Give me the next one. It's in there somewhere. Go to the Bayonne website. We got ASPCA holiday card photo start. That's in Hoboken, I believe. And you go there, you get a picture with your cat, your dog. You make a little donation there to the ASPCA. Hopefully they use this money wisely. There's been some issues, but the ASPCA has been around a long time. They will overcome the issues and bad personnel they might have. And Liberty Humane Center is doing something. That's in downtown Jersey City. They got something up. What we got here, it's a craft beer festival. Is this a Liberty Humane with the craft beer? This is Hoboken with the Craft Beer Festival in Hoboken. Take a, you know, you see, this is part of the Liberty Humane? Yeah, it's Liberty Humane sponsoring this craft beer? All right, that's cool. And sponsored, all right, you know, that's part of the Liberty Humane in Hoboken. You got a draft beer. You guys could probably see this better on your 50-inch TV than my little monitor. All right, we'll change how we do that next week. We'll go back to having the big flyers. Now, let me go back into some other stuff here. We'll get back to the civics and the politics and the election. I've always had a problem when civic people, the civic warriors I speak of, go and run for political office. And very few accomplish it. You know, we talk about Michael Youn. You know, Michael Youn was a civic warrior, but more of a business community civic warrior, but he took the civics to the heights with him, and he did that for like 30 years, and that's why he's a two-time council person in Jersey City. Richie Borgiano in Jersey City, civic warrior for years and years on the hilltop, the Newark Avenue section of Jersey City, Magnolia Avenue, Academy Street. That's his stomping grounds there. Guys, 7 days a week, 24/7, 365. Very few make the transition. And when you don't, you're tagged with that failed politician, you know, for forever. Yvonne Belsa, big civic activist in Jersey City. She ran once. She's always brought up, well, she wanted to be a politician. She didn't win. I think civic warriors should stay in the world of civics. It's the part of the counterbalance. You know, you got the politicians and you got the civic people who keep the politicians on their toes, get the issues brought to the attention of the elected officials, mayor, council people, whatever it is. The problem is when you have civic people who do the civics and they're out there, you know, getting the potholes fixed and lines painted, whatever the hell the issue is, then they run for office. It makes it look like you just did the civics to a stepping stone to be a politician. And it's interesting when it doesn't translate. You take like Sean Connors, Jersey City cop detective, former assemblyman, but he was an assemblyman on the Stack ticket. You know, Stack could take a cat with him for an assembly person. If you're running with Stack in his district, you're going to win. Stack could take a cat and a dog, and they would be assembly personnel. You'd have to send a cat and a dog down the trend. When Sean runs on his own, as he did 4.5 years ago against Michael Youn for Ward D in Jersey City, he lost. Now, here's a guy that's at all the civic events, all the senior centers. Why doesn't that translate to the politics? It's hard to tell. And maybe people look at it and, you know, saying, you know, maybe he's using this as a stepping stone. Is it selfish civics? You have a selfish reason for being in there. Esther Winter with Civic JC. You know, she's run for office numerous times. She's never won. When she criticizes the powers that be, the council or the mayor, it's brought up, failed political candidate, so-and-so. That's why civic people should stay in the world of civics. Vinnie McNamara in Jersey City, Donna Capel in Jersey, myself in Jersey City. We're not running for office, but we're going to put the heat on the people who are in office. You know, Pam Johnson, you know, she just lost the election in Ward A. Great gal, a true civic warrior, fighting for, you know, police enforcement, fighting against crime, and she got smoked in Ward A. Yeah, it's a shame, and she's got to sit there questioning, well, why do I do all this? But, you know, you got to continue to do that. It makes your community better, but it doesn't always mean because you're a civic person you can go to politics. As people start to question that. Mo Kinberg in Ward D. You know, she's moved into the city about 7 years ago, started working with some of the civic organizations, got blown away by Michael Youn. Is there a future for Mo Kinberg? Not on those results. But again, I'm not sure civic people, if you're getting into the civics for the purpose of moving on to the world of politics and an elected office, that you're in the wrong reason to be in the civics. That's the problem with that, and I think people look at that. So very few make that transition. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Hudson County Show. We'll be right back.
Rama Jewelers, located in the Lyndhurst Shopping Center at 413 Valley Brook Avenue, Lyndhurst. Come for all your jeweler needs at Rama Jewelers, where you will find a fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and bracelets. Choose from one of our complete sets, our many signature items, or find the perfect engagement ring. Come on down. That's Rama Jewelers at 413 Valley Brook Ave, Lyndhurst. Call 201-939-5784 or visit us online today.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design studio and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights, your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments, carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants, all major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712.
We're back. You're watching the Hudson County Show. My guys are kicking themselves over those civic ads there for the activities. You know, they look good on a computer screen when you're 5 or 6 inches away from the computer screen, but the font is a little small. We'll change. That's the thing about live TV. Things happen when you do things live. Jersey City, your reval letters for your new appraisal will be coming out at the end of this month. And it's going to take a while to get everybody in Jersey City their notification. And with the runoffs occurring, I will almost guarantee you the appraisal letters will go to commercial properties first before the residential. But if you're really interested in what your appraisal number is, you can contact the tax office. They can get you that information. But you figure by March, everybody will have their letters in Jersey City, and somewhere in March, those figures become locked in. But you can sit down with the appraiser on how they came about that dollar figure on your home. Hoboken. Hoboken is after the Academy Bus Terminal land over by Patterson Plank Road to make a park. Buy a park. They already have a park there. If you have room to have a park, have a park. Now, with the park they built there in the middle of like an industrial area in Hoboken, across the street from the population, yeah, there is some apartment buildings there. I guarantee if you really went and asked those people, what would you like? Would you like a park or would you like a place to park your car? Because there was a parking lot there. I'm going to guarantee you those people in Hoboken who now have lost about 100 spots in that lot would have told, yeah, we'd like the parking. But, you know, Zimmer did the park. And you know, it's that fuzzy feel-good thing. Let's get a park, let's get a park. I guarantee you, if you ask those people who live near that park, would you rather park or park your car, they would have said park the car. Hoboken is going to probably use eminent domain on Academy buses. That's one of their big terminals. And here's what happens. When you take that property, you take jobs. You're going to take the jobs out of Hoboken. You're going to take the job-related money that's spent in Hoboken. Park, guess what parks don't pay? Property taxes. In Hoboken, you are stressed with property taxes. You get beat over the effing head with property taxes. From the municipality to the county, and you're an Abbott district. You're not going to be an Abbott district for long because, you know, people are saying, well, we're Abbott funding Hoboken, and it's probably the most valuable real estate in New Jersey. So believe me, there's changes are coming with how the school is paid for. Again, you want to lose jobs, job-related monies that are spent in town, the property taxes from this property for a park you want to build next to a park. The municipal elections and the county elections, all that we had, it is astonishing about the absence of competition in these elections. Again, Jersey City, the largest city in the state, and the surrounding areas, but I'm going to concentrate on Jersey City. State offices, you know, there was token, if anything, for state senator competition. Even in the primaries, token if there was any competition for the state offices, assembly, state, senator, freeholders, many ran unopposed. How is that possible? In the most densely populated county in the state, probably the country. Well, New York City is a county. They might be more densely populated than Hudson County. That there's no competition for these offices. Why is that? Is it the money involved to run the campaign? Possible. You know, Mayor Fulop spent probably around $2.5, $3 million for a campaign. You know, he only had the one opponent. And it's interesting. Bill Matsakutis, he said he may not have been the right guy to run against Mayor Fulop, but he was the only guy. You know, there's a question there in Jersey City, the largest city in the state, and we had one opponent for Mayor Fulop, the incumbent. Is it exposure? You know, you don't have enough, or are you worried about exposure? Because those lights go on, especially in the social media world. Is it the skeletons in your closet? I'm going to tell you what, everybody's got the skeletons in the closet. Everybody's got a history. Everybody's got a past. Yeah, and some people, you know, like the guy who's the chief of staff in Jersey City. He made some comments in college 20-some-odd years ago. Wound up losing his chief of staff job because of it. You know, they came to light and said, oh, look at this. The time that's involved, yeah, it takes a while to run a campaign. Or is it just apathy? You know, we're just not interested in running. My question, are we getting the best candidates for our municipal offices, our county offices, our state, or are we sending the best possible people to Trenton? I don't know. But you got some power, like Brian Stack, he earns what he has, and like I said, he could take a cat and a dog in his district of Trenton as assembly people. The rise in social media, that might play a role in this too. You know, there's so many opinions, and the anonymous social media people on Twitter and what have you, they attack these people. They attack their loved ones, their kids. They shame them. You know, does anybody want to go through that? That could be one of the reasons. But there is something fundamentally wrong when we can't get people involved with the politics. Qualified people who want to be there. You know, I was just talking about the civic warriors. You know, again, you know, once you establish yourself as one of the civic people, I think we should stay in civics to balance out the politicians. You know, but you know, and the flip side, and I'm kind of contradicting myself. Are we getting the best possible people? I don't know where you get the best possible people, but it seems now it's money. Whoever can raise the most money, that's the best possible person. We just had our elections here in Jersey City. I'm going to talk about this again next Tuesday on the Jersey City Show. Moving our elections to November, we lost our local flavor, and you lost it in Hoboken too. And actually, you took a double whammy in Hoboken. You have no runoffs, so there's no local feel. You know, there really wasn't a lot of juice in the governor's race. And I think that was we knew who was going to win. You know, there was I didn't even see any campaign for the state senate or the assembly positions. Yeah, nobody was threatened here, so there was no juice. Now we covered it. I was involved in the elections. But there was no juice at all in these campaigns, you know. And you wonder how Fulop spent $2.5, $3 million. There just wasn't much out there. All right, we're at a show. You be good, you be safe. I'll talk to you Tuesday on the Jersey City Show. Good night.